Here comes Clark in transition. Clark, pull up three. You bet!
I'm excited. I mean, so many great memories in this place, so many amazing games, and I expect today to be another one of those.
You won't believe what this WNBA reporter said about Caitlin Clark after she dominated the Brazilian team. The reporter actually tried to claim Clark's performance didn't matter because Brazil was tired from travel. Like, seriously? Clark was hitting deep threes, running the court, and straight up embarrassing defenders all game long. But somehow this reporter wants to take that away from her. Let's break down what really happened and why these excuses are total garbage. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
I mean, come on.
And I didn't know they were going to do this. This was a complete surprise to me, but I think, and then the fashion in which I broke the record, it seems like really deep now that I'm back here now, and I said that after the game. I kind of went up to them like, are you sure that's the correct spot? But
you know what makes me mad? When someone tries to take credit away from a player who's clearly crushing it on the court. That's exactly what this reporter Roberta did after Caitlin Clark dominated against Brazil. So here's what happened. Roberta wrote this whole article saying the Brazilian team played below average because they were tired from travel and didn't have enough rest. Like, that's the only reason Clark looked good? Come on. While Roberta was typing up these weak excuses, Clark was out there hitting shots from the logo and making defenders look completely lost. Imagine this. The reporter is going on and on about how Brazil was exhausted, but completely ignored the fact that the Fever also played the day before. That's right, both teams were on a back-to-back, but somehow that only affected one team. Make it make sense. The actual game tells a totally different story.
So much fun, Todd, I gotta tell you, against the Brazilian national team. And here's Clark before the game talking about how she could not wait to make even more magic happen in the arena where her legend grew.
They tried to rough up Caitlin, not rough up Caitlin. They tried to be physical with Caitlin. They tried to bully her. They tried to bully her on the inside early in that game. She wasn't moving.
Clark was hitting those signature deep threes we all fell in love with during her college days. Her handles looked sharper, her passing was on point, and she was running the offense like she's been in the league for years, not months. The improvement from last season is obvious to anyone actually watching the games. You know what's even crazier? The Brazilian players themselves were so excited to play against Clark that they literally asked for her autograph after the game. You think players who are just too tired would be lining up for signatures from the person who just beat them? No way. They recognized they were playing against a special talent. And let's be real, the Indiana Fever isn't just Clark. They're a much stronger team overall than the Chicago Sky, who Brazil played earlier in their trip. But Roberta just conveniently left that part out of her excuse festival. Did Caitlin Clark really brutally beat the Brazilian team? Absolutely. The scoreboard doesn't lie, and neither do the highlights showing Clark taking over the game. She was making plays on both ends of the court. This whole thing isn't about travel schedules or rest days. It's about a talented player showing exactly what she can do when she steps on the court. Great players perform no matter who's on the other side or what the circumstances are. That's what makes them great. And that's exactly what Clark did against Brazil, no matter what excuses this reporter wants to throw out there.
For a preseason WNBA game, and the Indiana Fever was on fire, defeating the Brazil national team by almost triple the score.
I'm grateful for, there's a lot of places that support women's basketball. Probably not as good as here. I truly believe this is the best place in the country to play basketball.
This isn't even the first time someone's tried to put an asterisk next to Caitlin Clark's name when she balls out. There's this weird pattern happening. Every single time Clark shows her talent, someone jumps in with reasons why it doesn't count or isn't that impressive. It's getting so predictable at this point. Remember all those people who questioned if her college success would translate to the pros? Now those same critics are making excuses when she proves them wrong in preseason. They've completely shifted the goalposts. First it was, let's see if she can do it against WNBA defenders. And now it's, well, it was just Brazil, so who cares? You know what's crazy? These critics said her three-point shooting wouldn't work against professional defenders. Now they're watching her hit shots from the logo against Brazil, and suddenly they're like, it doesn't matter because it wasn't against a real WNBA team. Come on, make up your mind. What's really interesting is how other WNBA rookies don't face this same level of scrutiny. Their good performances get celebrated without all these conditions attached. But with Clark, there's always some reason why we shouldn't be impressed.
Fans are here to watch Caitlin Clark. She certainly has not disappointed in this first quarter.
My senior year, the play kind of got ruined. Molly Davis and Hannah Stolke were involved. Hannah Stolke pitched it back to me, got her on a shot fake. Step back work.
When you actually look at Clark's improvement from last season to now, it's obvious she's putting in serious work. Her ball handling looks way tighter. Her defense has stepped up. She's making faster decisions with the ball. This isn't just some fluke performance. She's truly been in the lab and came out looking better than ever. This reporter trying to dismiss the Brazil game completely ignores how important preseason matchups are. These games build team chemistry and confidence heading into the regular season. They matter a lot, especially for a player coming into her second year. So, how impressive was Caitlin's actual performance? Based on the film, she's showing all the signs of making a major leap this season. Her decision making is faster, her shot selection is smarter, and her leadership on the court is more confident. Brazil was just the first casualty of war.
NBA announced that some of the preseason games would feature star players playing back at their college arenas. The biggest of those matchups, no doubt, was with the biggest star, Caitlin Clark, playing here at Iowa.
They had nothing. They could not do anything today when it came to Caitlin Clark. Because if you guys did not see this game, they tried.
The reality is that great players perform regardless of the circumstances. Tired opponents, back-to-backs, whatever. That's exactly what Clark did against Brazil. She showed up, dominated, and left no doubt about her talent. No matter what excuses people want to throw out there, the tape doesn't lie. Clark is the real deal, and all these critics trying to undermine her success are just going to keep looking foolish as the season goes on. Look at the box score. Look at the game film. What do you see? Caitlin Clark completely taking over that game against Brazil. No excuses change what actually happened on the court. Instead of trying to find reasons why Clark's performance doesn't count, we should just enjoy watching a special talent who's getting better with every game. She's putting in the work, and it shows. You know what's wild? The season hasn't even officially started yet. Clark is already putting the league on notice during preseason. Some analysts are even comparing the Fever to the Avengers this year. Just imagine what she'll do when the games actually count.